Before we get rolling, I just want to tell you guys, football season's coming up, and, I'm putting a little bit down on the games. Ain't nothing wrong with that. MyBookie.ag is my chosen place to go. MyBookie business for years. Reputation rock solid, plus 100% cash bonuses. It's just amazing. Plus, they have the fastest payouts, 2 business days, because that's always a problem with some of these sites, or even your local bookies. Like, are you going to get paid? MyBookie, you will always get paid. Plus, 100% matching deposit bonus up to $1,000 only if you use promo code FTW. Again, 3 letters, FTW. Activate your offer. So again, they have in-game betting, live betting, the most rewarding player perks in business, and all new mobile site that makes wagering on the go a breeze. Visit mybookie.ag today. Promo code FTW. You play, you win, you get paid.
And whose team is this? Is this your team, or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting, politically correct world. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. I'm a father. I have no idea what I'm doing, but either they're chiefy, so let's try and learn something together today. The website is dadmodepod.com. If you want to tweet us at dadmodepod, or just use the hashtag dadmode. So today, really starting to get into back to school stuff. Margaret's about ready to head to preschool, so it's we're getting into Target and whatnot, and we're seeing all these lists of things, and it's like I don't remember these many items that we needed for school, because you need 5 glue sticks and a wet rag and a gallon-sized bag. Actually, no, I should pull it up. Screw it. I'm just going to pull it up and read it, because they're 3. They're 3 and 4 years old, and all of the stuff that they're bringing in, it's really... All right, so here we go. Classroom is fully supplied with art supplies, toys, and equipment necessary to augment the preschool curriculum. However, we do ask if a child bring the following: 1 box of gallon-sized Ziploc or quart-size Ziploc, 1 box of tissues, 1 roll of paper towel, 4 small glue sticks. Oh, sorry, not 5, 4. 20.24 ounce. Yeah. Backpack. Bring all these for the first week of class. All right, so maybe I'm exaggerating, but it did seem odd and random. It's like, all right, bringing in paper towels, cool. All right, we're bringing the glue sticks. Yeah, and I get it. I fully understand and empathize that teachers are underpaid, and a lot of times public schools are underfunded, and yada yada. That teachers end up shelling out of their own pockets some of these supplies to teach, but it's so random. It's like, well, what are we setting up here? Are we teaching all these kids to be MacGyver or something? That's what I want to know. It's like, is Margaret going to stop a nuclear missile launch with all these glue sticks? Oh, she could with 5, but not with 4. Yeah, it's I don't know, because I remember school supplies back in the day. We would get a couple folders, a couple trapper keepers, one trapper keeper. Sorry, a couple notebooks, some pencils, and that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it for me, a guy. But because I remember always bugging the parents for, let's spend the extra $1 and get the NFL pencils, even though the pencils, or the MLB pencils, even though they're kind of crappy in comparison to, was it the Ticonderoga pencils? Yeah, the good old number 2s. I don't care. I buy the 30-pack of MLB pencils because I want the Twins pencil, and I'm a wear that thing down to the nub. It is good. But just looking at some of these school lists. All right, so this is from Good Housekeeping. All right, so elementary school, grades 1 through 3. Pencil box, crayons, color pencils, washable markers, number 2 pencils, ballpoint pens, pencil sharpener, erasers, glue sticks, ruler, blunt tip scissors, plastic folders, assorted construction paper, wide-ruled notebook, index cards, tissues, backpack, a lunchbox. Now, all of this stuff isn't that expensive, but it's annoying that there's so much of it. Which is weird. And it also comes back to, do you get the kids the store brand crayons for 50 cents, or do you get the Crayola for $1.75? Like, it's tough, right? I mean, the store brand crayons, they just seem a little bit waxier, like not as good, a little bit harder wax, whereas the Crayola is like, come on, baby. Yeah. But also what we're doing, and when it comes to back to school stuff, is that we're teaching Margaret that it is very good to be grateful for what you have. I mean, you got parents, you got a house, and you got enough food to eat, and it's all that good stuff that makes childhood easy, And what we're doing with her now is that, all right, so every week, loose change, a couple bucks here or there. I'm sure we'll get her on a formal allowance when she's older and when she's doing some things around the house. But she accumulates cash in her piggy bank, for birthday checks, Easter checks. When the kids start getting stuff for Easter, don't really know. But that all piles up in her piggy bank. And what we're going to start to do, and we started doing this year, is that taking a portion of the cash from our piggy bank, not a lot, and it's more symbolic than anything. Like the wife and I are paying for the bulk of the supplies, but going through and going to Target and picking up school supplies that we donate at the church. Now, you could donate at the church. Schools do donations. Private charities do it as well. And the entire time, like, we really emphasize with her and reinforce that, hey, this is a good thing to do. Like, if you're blessed to have enough, it's really good to be grateful for what you have, one, and two, be of service for others who don't have as much at the moment. Now, this could be for a myriad of reasons. Like, maybe the parent is just got laid off of work. Maybe there was maybe they got sick or they got hurt. There could be a myriad of circumstances where someone who is doing well could just very quickly be doing not so well. So that's why sometimes charity gets a stigma. It's like, oh, they just want free stuff. It's like, no. Like people in circumstances, sometimes it's out of their control. Sometimes it truly is. Sometimes it is within their control. But it's an argument for another day. But we go through Target and we pick up, we let her pick out the pencils and like the colorful folders and the notebooks and all of the stuff. We just pack it up and we check out, and she pays with the little bit of cash that she has, then we pay for the rest because like I said, she doesn't have to foot the bill. It's more just symbolic than anything, and she had a lot of fun with it. I mean, we went on Saturday, we picked up all of the supplies, and Sunday we carried the supplies into church and put them with a big pile of donations, and she was happy. Like I think as she gets older and has, she's happy now because she likes pencils and shopping and whatnot. But as she gets older, and the lesson sticks a little bit more about, hey, it's good to pay it forward. It's good to be of service to others. And then I really hope that cements in, because it is a good stance to have. It is a good sort of ethos to go through life, is that, hey, we're going to go out here, do the best we can. And if we're winning, it's great that we're winning. Be grateful for it as well, and also keep our nose on the grindstone and keep on going. But one of the reasons that we win is that we're able to have the ability to help others. And hopefully that's what Margaret gets out of that. And man, like I remember, do you remember back to school shopping? Like, that used to be really big too. Like, not really looking forward to doing that with the daughter, because I know that daughters can be pretty expensive. But I'm lucky that the wife is relatively thrifty. So we're not going to send Margaret to school with some hand-me-down stuff or some secondhand stuff. But you don't have to get too crazy for it. It's like you don't need a new fall line every single time that school starts up again. Like, you don't need to be insane with the fashion, but I mean, rock your own stuff. Where I can already tell that Margaret's going to be very interesting with the fashion, like we say. It's like I always let her pick out her own outfit, but it's under the guise of, hey, I'll give you 2 options, and then you pick which shirt, which pants, which socks, which accessories that you want. But right now she's really big into wearing tutus as well as wearing sunglasses, everything. So she's just a diva. She's just a diva rock star, except she doesn't have the diva attitude, which is always great. It's like Jennifer Lawrence, who just seems like a normal person, even though you could definitely see like how she could have the diva attitudes, and she's such a big star, but she's not. I mean, she's a relatively normal person, where I think Margaret's going to have a little bit as that as well. Speaking of relatively normal, life insurance, you are going to need it, because think of all the things you work hard to provide your family, your home, college education, your entire lifestyle, everything. How do you make sure all of those things are still possible, even if something unexpectedly happens to you? Because life insurance used to be a pain. No more with Ethos. Ethos. Deal with an agent who came across like a used car salesman. Not with Ethos. Or formerly you had to schedule a blood test at a doctor's office. Nah. Read over paperwork. Nah. All the fine print legalese. Not with Ethos. With Ethos, the application process only takes 10 minutes online, honest, upfront pricing, no doctor's appointment for policies under $1 million. And, getting some good life insurance to make sure that your family can continue on, even if you don't. It's the adult, it's the very dad, it's the very parent thing to do. So get your free quote and submit your complete application in just 10 minutes now at dadmode.getethos.com. Again, dadmode.getethos.com. Do it up and make sure that your family is taken care of. So the rest of like Margaret's back to school side, because I remember it was really big. Like we would go shopping, get the new pair of jeans and get a couple of shirts, and the new kicks. Yeah, the new kicks were big. Where we would it's pretty smart. This is ingrained in me as well. We're a really big outlet shopper. So it's, you get the name brand stuff, except you're paying discount, because you don't care that this stuff is from last year's catalog. I really don't care. Like, I feel like Nike shoes are the same now as it were last year, the year before, and blah blah blah. So I mean, that could be really big. Plus, here in Eagan, they have a great outlet center where they have like all the fashion designers. They have a Nike, they have Adidas, they have Under Armour as well. So I think that's really important, where your dollar goes a little bit farther. Also, TJ Maxx is really big as well. And, maybe we'll start getting into back to school clothes donations as well. Because, I mean, for some underprivileged kids, like, it always kind of sucks where you show up first day of school, or hell, first week of school, then everyone's like showing up and out in their brand new duds and their brand new shoes, and you're wearing some stuff that is dirty, undersized, maybe a little bit raggedy because you've had it for a long time, and it sucks. It does suck, and it does weigh on a kid's confidence in interacting with other kids. It does weigh on them in the classroom, because I mean, that's all they think of. It's like a little Susie wearing a couple $100 of brand new clothes, and I'm here in XYZ. It's like, it's really sad. It can be unfortunate, and I think that's where giving back is also really important too. Just beyond school supplies, because can't think of a specific instance, but all right. So the TI-83 calculators, remember those MFers? All right, so they were like $90 back in the day, and like that's a pretty big chunk of change. Like, we'll say $100 for ease of math. So $100, now still a lot. Back in the day, it was even more because of inflation. But because I remember in high school when we were doing those stupid graph lines and SOHCAHTOA and all that crap, it was just like, you get the graph calculator and it's so big. And like some of the kids, I'd say probably about 30% of the kids in my high school class had the calculators, right? The parents, went out, dropped the C note on the calculator. My parents didn't, mainly because I protested a little bit. I was like, we can spend this money elsewhere, and it's kind of dumb. And the rest of the class had, so the class had like a big box. The school had a big box of older versions of TI-83s, and I think there was like TI-86s were the new version. So like the kids whose parents bought the calculators had like the TI-86 or whatever it was, and so we were on these old ghetto TI-83s and stuff. And there was a separation, because doing homework at home, the kids could bring these calculators home, whereas us without the calculators, we had to get all of our work done in class, and that does create a gap between the haves and the have-nots, and just scholastically, achievement-wise, where the economic gap is in between. Now, my parents, could certainly afford a $100 calculator, except some of the kids' parents probably couldn't. All right, and just small examples like that where it can be exasperated. Like I'm not down. I don't really know like what all the newest and latest and greatest school supplies are, but I mean, that can expound where if certain kids have it at a young age, and then that creates a gap, that creates an achievement gap because of an economic gap. And I can see where a lot of these arguments aren't being made. And also, think of schools like the school buying all those calculators that probably got a bulk discount from Texas Instruments or whatever they're from. And, Texas Instruments. But I mean, that's a pretty big chunk of change. Like you're spending, all right, so you get a bulk discount and they're $75, and then you buy 50 calculators. So what is that? 75 times 50. So you're $3,750. You're spending almost $4,000 on a couple of calculators. Like that's a lot of other supplies elsewhere. And you're only doing it because you have to teach the curriculum, except not every kid's parents is going to be able to peel off a C note to spend on a calculator that they're going to use for one class and one semester. I get it. And also most of the time, you would just load up the TI-83 or a TI-86 calculator with Super Mario. By the way, yeah, you get the game emulator on that thing. That was sweet. The one that was going around for us was they had Jeopardy. No, not Jeopardy. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. That was great. That's what we did most of the time. Maybe that's why I struggled in math, even though it's weird to have an Asian struggle in math. But what can you do? So that is it in terms of school supplies and the importance of having Margaret pay it forward. And that's how we're rolling. And if you enjoy the show, tell a friend, spread the word. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Yeah, because we're going to the state fair. Margaret's first state fair. I'm getting roped into taking her on a Wednesday morning, so hopefully it's not too busy, but we'll recap that. The show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and follow us on Twitter at DadMoPod or me at Andy Carlson Show. And the website is dadmopod.com. But until next time, be a man, be a father, go dad mode, and we'll check you later.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go dad mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.